Mondays are so mad, we have to broadcast on Thursdays. We're really sorry about last week to our regular listeners. Due to circumstances out of our control, we were unable to broadcast, but we're back ready to go for another week. I think we should start with cricket.
It's all been happening over in India, hasn't it?
Sure has.
For those of you that haven't heard, in the last couple of days, there's been 4 Australian cricketers. So Shane Watson, James Pattinson, Usman Khawaja, and Mitchell Johnson have all been banned from selection for this third test, which begins this afternoon, because they did not complete a team task that was set to them by the coach. So the task apparently was to write a report on how they could better improve their game and the team's game in preparation for the next test, and how they were going to do that, so how they were going to train and whatnot. And apparently these 4 blokes didn't complete the homework they were set.
I do not agree with the term homework. If you're part of a team and you're set something to do, come on boys, write a few dot points down. If you want to play up, you've got to do what the coach says. But I think this was catalyst to other things that have happened. They've been late for trainings, late for meetings, and showing disrespect to some of the authority within the team and whatever. So it's not just the homework that wasn't completed. But it's been a bit of a big backlash. Probably didn't think it was going to escalate this much, but it has.
Well, that's it. And Shane Watson's headed back to Australia, so he's left the team in India and come back. Although he has said it's for the near birth of his new child, but he's also saying that this may be his last test series. He might pull the pin. He's going to have a think about it, and while his wife's having his baby, and consider his future. But he's had a big go at Pat Howard, works for Cricket Australia, because Pat Howard's pretty much said that what you just said. This is the last straw, and that there's been things going on for a while, and that Shane Watson and Michael Clarke have had a bit of a feud.
Oh, okay.
There's a bit of a rift between those two, but Shane Watson and Michael Clarke have both said that that's false, and so denied those rumours. But it seems like it's a big penalty for not completing tasks. But this is in a long line of other problems. It's probably not the best way. And as Redbacks coach Darren Berry was talking about yesterday, and he said that it's just part of being involved in a international cricket team. If you're going to play for your country,
if you're getting paid that much,
well, that's it. It's part of
get on the internet. Write some points down.
That's it. It helps you improve your game and helps improve the team's performance.
Because if they don't do it, that's not really showing a good example for younger players coming through, showing disrespect to your coach. And I also think, didn't they say that they think that because Mickey Arthur's the coach, he shouldn't be on the selection panel? Did I hear a few things about
Michael Clarke, I think he might be the captain.
Sorry.
I think Michael Clarke's the first Australian Test captain, I believe, to be included on the selection panel.
Right, yeah,
so
okay.
Blokes like Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting, and blokes before him haven't been allowed to be on the selection panel. So then there's a call from Michael Clarke to not be a part of that panel, just for it to be Mickey Arthur and Rob Marsh.
Right, of course.
But
maybe it's a good thing. Maybe that'll make the players step up. If these penalties are being enforced, then good on him.
No, I think so. That's exactly right. But as you say, the blokes like Shane Watson and Mitchell Johnson. Shane Watson's a vice captain, so it's not setting a very good example.
No, at all.
But I think there might be some
underlying issues.
More to the story.
Yes.
They're letting on.
So we'll see how that evolves.
That's right. Yes.
Moving on, some local cricket. Should we chat about?
The Sheffield Shield is reaching a very interesting climax as we speak. South Australia and New South Wales have just begun play, but it's very interesting. If the last round to be played, all teams in the competition have a chance of hosting the final or finishing last.
Wow.
It's that close. So Victoria is currently on the top of the table. It's with 28 points, and New South Wales is on the bottom with 23. So it's amazing how close it is.
It's the edge of your seat stuff. Ooh,
Yeah,
that could have
exactly.
been.
So South Australia is currently sitting in second. So fingers crossed they can break their. I don't think they've won. They've only won one game at the SCG or in Sydney since they last won the Sheffield Shield back in 1996. So
Hopefully.
fingers crossed they can break that hoodoo and get an outright victory over there and host the final here in a couple of weeks' time. So be good for them. But yeah,
We'll hear about that in a couple of weeks.
that's exactly right. And on to footy.
Yeah.
It's getting closer and closer to the first round.
So exciting.
The first round's next weekend.
Next Friday night.
Friday night, I believe. I think the Crows have got the opening match against Essendon here, so that'll be a good game.
Yep,
It's,
looking forward to getting back into working at the footy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Not so happy about the drink prices. Anybody that comes, don't whinge to the bar staff. They don't make the prices.
Yeah, well, and the NAB Cup's just about to wrap up, so I've got the final this weekend between Brisbane and Carlton, with Brisbane the only team to go through the NAB Cup undefeated.
Good work.
But there's some bit of controversy, and the AFL sort of shot itself in the foot again, with Brisbane. So Brisbane finished top with the most wins, the only team to go through undefeated, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
But yet the finals being played at Etihad Stadium, which is
Ridiculous.
So it doesn't make sense when you're trying to sort of widen the horizons of footy, get more people involved.
And also, they have no good consequences. Is that the right word? No. For finishing top and winning all those games, so they still have to play in Melbourne. That's a joke.
They still have to travel, and it doesn't make sense. And as someone said the other day, with all the controversy that's currently going on with rugby at the moment, it'd be a good time to get a footy final up in Brisbane, which is one of the hearts of rugby, and get the game out there a bit more and try and get people in Brisbane sort of more into footy rather than rugby. But let's
see how it goes. If they were undefeated, then they'll probably just push on through.
Well, that's it. It should be a good game. Like Brisbane, they've got a very young side, and recruited a few sort of older blokes from other clubs like Brett Maloney this year, and Carlton have got a sort of more senior side with your Chris Judds and your Mark Murphys
and a new captain.
Yeah, Mark Murphy, new skipper. So congratulations to him, and deputies with Andrew Carazzo and Kate Simpson. So
looking good.
Yeah, so it should be good. Carlton have got a reasonably good side assembled for this year, I think, and Mark Murphy's their leader. Mick Motthouse has assured people that it's not performance based. That he was the right person for the job. So good luck to Mark in his first year as captain, and I'm sure he'll do fine.
We'll just do some wrap-ups of the results of round 3. Essendon defeated Greater Western Sydney 119 to 28. Wow. That's a bit of a blowout, wasn't it?
It was a bit, yeah.
Crows defeated Carlton by 3 points, 109 to 106. That would have been an interesting game.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Did you watch it?
I watched bits and pieces. Crows didn't score in the last quarter, so it could have been a bit of a bigger margin. I think they were up like 30 points or thereabouts at three-quarter time. So.
Oh, that would have been stressful for Brenton. Hawthorn defeated Richmond. Oh, sorry, no, Hawthorn were defeated by Richmond by 1 point. So another nail biter. St Kilda defeated Melbourne 91 to 66. Standard. Fremantle defeated Western Bulldogs by over 100 points, 146 to 37. That's
a big margin.
Over in Fremantle.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, bound to happen. Bit of a blowout and it was a full-length game.
Yeah, full-length game.
Wow. Geelong defeated the Kangaroos 96 to 84. Pretty close.
Two Scott brothers there coaching.
That's right.
So it's always interesting to watch those games.
And Brisbane, well, yes, obviously defeated Collingwood 88-54. Sydney defeated Gold Coast 80-44, and West Coast were defeated by Port 92-86. That's right. Would have been.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, very warm.
So, very much looking forward to the start of the season. Can't wait.
Yes, very much so. It should be good. And Port will also head into the season with a new major sponsor.
Yes.
Renault jumping on board as their major sponsor, so congrats to the Power.
Bit odd that they had to go to Melbourne for it, though, for the grand reveal.
It is a bit. It's I thought they would have had it down here in Adelaide, but that's the way
Where the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's it.
And we've heard that Robbie Gray is back from his broken leg.
Yes, I believe so.
Might play for Westies this weekend, possibly in their trial or first round.
Trial.
So hope he is fit and well, ready to go. Don't want him to injure himself again. That's horrible. It's horrible to watch. They still keep replaying it. No one wants to see it. If you're sick, you want to watch it.
He might be the only one running around. There's a few Crows boys and that'll be running around in the SANFL this week.
Forbes?
I don't know. I think Sam Shaw's getting another game in Petrenko as well.
Yeah.
So they've only played the one game, so they'll be running around with Robbie Gray. So good to see a few AFL blokes running around the SANFL. Get a few spectators out there.
Yeah, go down there.
So
get involved. Doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly right.
What's next? What do you think? Yeah.
Well,
Clips will wrap up.
Yeah, it's been a pretty big week over here. Month. Last couple of weeks, really.
Mad March.
Yeah,
Mad Mondays.
Mad March.
We're all mad.
Yeah, that's it. So we had the V8 Supercars a couple of weeks ago, and we got the Adelaide Cup just been, but we'll start with the Clipsal.
Go for it.
So we had, it was a good weekend, I think, a very successful weekend where they had the introduction of two new teams. So they had Nissan and Mercedes jumping in this year in the competition. So unfortunately, Nissan and Mercedes didn't quite go as well as they would have hoped, with Rick Kelly the highest finisher for Nissan in 11th, and Tim Slade the highest finisher for Mercedes in 15th in the first race, and then James Moffat for Nissan finishing 13th in the second race, with Lee Holdsworth Mercedes finishing 17th, and those two are the highest place getters for them.
Could have been worse though.
Oh, that's exactly
New
right.
team, you know, making a name.
Yeah, that's exactly right. First major race, so but in race one, Craig Lowndes won that one for Holden in the new Red Bull for the new Red Bull team, and Will Davidson for the Ford team coming in second for the Pepsi Mac team, and Jamie Whincup coming in third for again the Red Bull team. So
Holden.
Yeah.
Well, not with
thumbs down.
No, well, not necessarily. Just been brought up liking Fords, so that's what happens. That's what you bring through, yeah.
We'll say race 2 is not doing much better for Shane Van Gisbergen finishing first in the second race for Holden, and Jamie Whincup and Craig Lowndes finishing second and third respectively for the Red Bull team again in that second race for Holden. So
was it? I think it would have been expected they were up there.
Yeah, well, Jamie Whincup won the championship last year, I believe, so in the number one car there, so he's always expected to do well, and Craig Lowndes has been around the mark for forever.
Ever?
So. Yeah.
Pity you changed teams.
Yeah, well, that's
Change cars, sorry.
Yeah. So Lowndes is on the top of the championship table with 279 points, and Jamie Whincup in second with 267, and Will Davidson sitting in third on 240.
So it's pretty close. What's sort of the points thing for a race? Do you know how many points you get for one race? No.
That's a very good question. I couldn't tell.
Should have looked that up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's about 100 points for a win. And
whoa. Okay.
So,
cool. Keeping in the car theme of things, Formula 1 over in Melbourne. Would you like to tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, the first race of the season begins in Melbourne today. there's many people have been saying this will be Mark Webber's last year, and people are saying that he's passed it. And with his teammate Sebastian Vettel winning the last 3 championships, they're saying that maybe he's not quite as good as he used to be, Webber. So,
but it's a team effort.
And that's exactly right. And Red Bull have won the team championship for the last couple of years, and they've been cruising along fine. So, and Webber's got the support of his team, Red Bull team principal Christian Horner. So, as long as he's got his team support, I think that's all that matters. And Sebastian Vettel, I think, loves having him as a teammate. So, I think they make a good combination, those two, and I can't see any reason why Mark couldn't keep going for another couple of years. But,
yeah.
He only finished 4th last year, so that's not bad.
I feel like he's coming last.
Well, that's exactly right. So, but he is the oldest. He's the oldest racer in the field now. Now that Michael Schumacher's retired again. So.
Again.
Yeah.
Huh.
He came back and then retired again. So.
Can't get enough of it.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly right. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this weekend, and Lewis Hamilton moving over to a new team as well. So
that's right.
Interesting to see how he goes with his new team.
Because he didn't do too well in the trial race, as we covered a few weeks ago.
I think he crashed out. I think you were telling us a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what transpires there. So and Monday we had the Adelaide Cup in 38 degrees, scorching heat.
Sweltering.
It was a bit warm, and there was many that thought it might get called off, but went ahead, and Celeste, I believe you got the results there for us.
So coming in first was Norski, followed by Warratone, and then Dame Claire in 3rd spot. So I hope you had your money on those.
Yeah, well,
I'm not a betting person, so I don't really know what goes on, but
I believe Norski was at about $26 before the race.
Wow.
So if you had money on him, you've done well. You've just scraped in a bit of money there, but
friend of a friend won 62 grand, so
really
good on them. But then you think, how much money do you put on to win $62,000?
Yeah,
Be like, not working for a year, see ya.
Yeah, you run that risk, don't you? It's fine on, but I guess if it comes off, then that's it. It's always good, but
It would have been sweltering, and the horses.
it would have been warm in a suit.
Yeah.
Just,
I heard they were allowing shorts just for that reason, dress shorts. So yeah.
You girls would have been alright in their dresses and stuff. But,
yeah, you girls.
Sorry, you know what I mean. It's just
The women.
The women, okay, the women.
And wrap up with some tennis.
Yeah, go for it, far away.
A couple of weeks ago, Martina Hingis was inducted into the Tennis Hall of Fame, I think it's called. So good on her. Oh well, some of them have a different sort of name. So, and just in, Roger Federer has beaten Wawrinka in the 3-set match in the quarterfinals of the BNP Paribas Open.
I reckon Wawrinka knocked out Lane Hewitt a couple of rounds ago, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
No, that's right. And Andy Murray is in a tough battle at the moment with Burlock, and that is at Indian Wells at the moment. Sammy Stosur into the semi-finals of Indian Wells as well. Good on her. Only Australian left by looks, but she, in her quarterfinal, defeated Mona Barthel from Germany in a 3-set, 4-6-6, 2-6-3. So good on Sammy. Haven't had any news on Tomic lately. What's he been?
I believe he was knocked out in the first or second round of Indian Wells.
Rightio.
So Marinko Matsevic.
Yeah.
Was the only Aussie left in that tournament, and he got knocked out in the 3rd round by
Sam Querrey.
Had his chances though, I believe.
Yep.
Had nearly won the
2
first
tie breaks.
Yeah, well, that's it. Nearly won the first set in a tiebreaker, and then lost the second. Won the second set in a tiebreaker, and went down to 3rd, unfortunately. But
That not much tennis happening at the moment.
No, that's it. Yeah, something there is a little bit happening of over in Europe is the cycling.
Right, yeah.
Just had an Aussie Richie Porte win the Paris to Nice race. I believe he's the first Australian in about 80 years to win that event. So.
Oh, good job.
Congratulations to him. He raced very well from all reports, and there's a few more Aussies up in action this weekend, and a few more of the Italian races up there. So good luck to those boys on the weekend in their races. So.
We've got some exciting news about the show. We're going to be broadcasting live from McDonald's in Moseley Square in Glenelg. So if you're out and about, come down and say hello, have a listen, and there will be little promotions on the day. Listen to the show, mention it, and get a little freebie. So from McDonald's. So we'd like to thank McDonald's for participating and helping us out. We'll be down there in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, so 2 weeks from now at about midday or
yeah.
But we'll let you know a time next week, a definite time. I'll remind everyone. But yeah, if people get down there and get around us, we'll have a couple of special guests. We'll
hopefully have some interviews and be fun, exciting new things.
That's it. So we can get people interacting with our guest speakers there as well, and we'd love to have you down there and have a look.
Once again, you're listening to us through Oz Sports Online and also through Spreaker. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in again.
Yeah, before we go, just a quick happy birthday to Scotty Thompson.
Oh, big 3-0.
So better shoot a shout out to him. Hope you're having a good day, Tom. And again, thanks for listening to Mad Mondays with Patrick and Celeste with Oz Sports Online. And
remember Facebook, Twitter, tell us.
Dream Team as well.
Yes.
Around the Dream Team.
Hope you've all got your teams ready to go.
Yeah, that's it. Only one more week until the season starts, so get around it. Alright guys, well thanks for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Thank you.